You've beaten all your friends, you're way too good for the computer, and you're bored of career mode, and now you want to move on to competitive FIFA. Well, thankfully, this is a guide that will help you out. Hi everyone, I'm Ghost Masala, and welcome back to a FIFA video for the first time in a while. This is sort of like it's been a while since I've done a guide to FIFA, so hopefully this will be good. People seem to like the FUT Champions one that I did a while ago, so hopefully this does well. And so about this guide will hopefully be a guide that you could use in like 5 years time for FIFA 24, so it's not going to be specific to this FIFA. So what I'm saying is I'm not going to tell you how to do specific things to FIFA 19. For example, I'm not going to teach you about timed finishing or anything like that. It's just general tips to be good at any FIFA that may come in the future. And this guide is also able to help people who haven't played or even touched Ultimate Team. So it's not a very advanced guide, it's more to help the people who are just started in FUT and want to get better and start playing some competitive FIFA, you know, like Weekend League, like FUT Champs, and then potentially get into some tournaments if they really want to. So anyway, let's get into the video. And at number 5 we have, you need to be able to master chemistry styles. And if you don't know what chemistry styles are, they are cards that you can give to a player to make his stats slightly increase, and these are incredibly important. They may not seem important from what I've just said then, but they are really important to boosting your players, and a lot of players use them wrongly. A good way to think about chemistry styles is that you should boost the stats that is good for the player's position that you're in. So for example, if you've got a right winger, you're going to want him to, as in real life, you're going to want him to be fast and be able to beat players via pace, and you're going to want him to be able to dribble well. So you're going to want to apply a chemistry style that does those two things. You see time and time again people who apply chemistry styles to boost the player's top stats and bring them up, despite them maybe needing a boost in shooting that they're lower at, or even worse, people boosting the stats of players that they're worst at. For example, you know, that just doesn't make sense at all. You don't need a centre forward to be good at defending, so you're going to want to put a chemistry style that actually applies to a centre forward. And for centre mid, you may not want a centre mid to be too good at shooting or something like that. So apply the chemistry style in a good way, and I feel like that's a really important skill for people who are new to Ultimate Team and don't quite know what chemistry styles mean or how to use them in order to affect the game. And at number 4 we have, you need to constantly try new things in terms of your gameplay in FIFA Ultimate Team. Maybe about once a week, or whenever you sort of start a new week of like division rivals or something like that, try out a new skill or tactic that you haven't done before, and you wouldn't believe what a difference it makes. Although every tactic that you use is not necessarily good. For example, you might try driven through balls and think, nah, you know, it's not that useful, it's not that good. But then for every one of those you'll find something that will absolutely change your game and will make it so much better. Always be looking to improve your game and to do new stuff. You can only get so good at reaction times and stuff like that to make your shooting better, but if you try new skills and learning how to it's similar to if in a fighting game you learn like a new combination to do a different move. Same in FIFA, if you learn like a new skill move or something like that, you could end up boosting your game by so much. And in number 3 we have, only play when you feel like playing. And this is a crucial point that I think that we all need to remember when playing FIFA, is that it's really easy to get sucked in to what you're doing, and not just to get sucked in, but to go on a losing run that is just impossible to get out of. You're stuck in a pit of loss because you've been losing so much. And if you're getting angry or losing a lot, take a break, because there's literally no point playing when you're losing a lot or you're getting frustrated with the game. You're probably not going to win a game to make yourself feel better or to improve your record. So it's just a good idea to, you know, take a step back, do something else, and then come back later. And if you actually don't do that, and especially in Weekend League, if you just don't stop playing and you just go on a losing run, you could actually drop quite a few ranks down in the weekend league sort of league table, so you definitely don't want to do that. Of course, in competitions, if you do qualify for a competition, or if you're just playing it in sort of like a local school competition, then of course you won't be able to do that, but then you won't be playing as many games as you would do in weekend league or in division rivals. This is an important point, and this is a good point for advanced players too. Don't play when you're feeling angry or if you're losing a lot. And at number 2 we have learn about the most used players. So what I mean by this is that in every FIFA there's always a certain group of players who are just used by absolutely everyone, and I mean everyone. So in FIFA 17 we had Renato Sanchez, in FIFA 18 we had Bakayoko, in FIFA 16 we had Aubameyang, who is used by absolutely everyone. And it's just these sorts of players who, you know, they seem unstoppable, but they are stoppable. You just need to know their strengths and weaknesses. And this sort of ties into the earlier point about chemistry styles. You need to know where certain players are strong and where certain players are weak in order to, in terms of the chemistry styles, improve them. But in this case, you need to know where players are weak in order so that you can beat them. So for example, in FIFA 18, Bakayoko was very good, but he was not very agile. He turned slowly, so you could sort of exploit that and then be able to beat him in a certain way using agile players who Bakayoko wasn't able to get to. And it meant that in my Road to Hokkaido series, where I only used a Japanese team through our online divisions last year, it meant that I could easily beat him as all of my players were very agile, and Bakayoko was just not a problem for me last year. So basically all players have that sort of weakness where they can be exploited quite a lot, and learning about those will improve your game so much, because it gives you a secret sort of hidden advantage over the opponent. And at number 1 we have, you need to play a lot in order to 1, get a good team, and 2, be a better player. Of course, practice makes it perfect. That's basically with everything, but you do need to practice a lot. But it's more about getting a good team. And in FUT, which is short for FIFA Ultimate Team, you might see that quite a lot if you're new to FIFA Ultimate Team. It's crucial to have the best cards in order to be the best. You may be thinking, well, you can buy packs or something like that. You don't need to buy packs, and contrary to most beliefs, you can get a really good team without paying. People get icons and stuff if you just play the game enough and earn enough coins throughout what you're doing, and if you're a good enough player. But then you become a good enough player by practicing, so you need to play the game more. It's sort of like if you don't put the time in, then you're not going to be a better player, and you're not going to have a better team. It's as simple as that, really. So yeah, sometimes you just got to take it, and then take the sort of boringness and the grind of a few hours, and then come out of it as a better player. And eventually you'll have, if you play and you know what you're doing with your coins, you'll have enough to be able to have a team that can compete with those who spend thousands of pounds on the game. And seriously, that is the biggest point. You don't need to spend money on FIFA in order to be a competitive player. And thanks for watching, everyone. Bit shorter video today, but I hope you've enjoyed this one. Yeah, if you like this video, make sure to leave suggestions and stuff like that, because I might do another FIFA guide when the game actually comes out. I have got quite a few videos planned. Of course, Road to Hokkaido will be coming again soon. Road to Hokkaido, that is, with a 2 in the name. It sounds bad, but it's not. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed. Make sure to leave suggestions. I always read suggestions. So yeah, and I'll see you next time.